Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, June the 7th, and after holding steady for the last few announcements, the Government of Canada has decided today to increase the prime lending rate by another quarter point. Joe, what happened here today? What's going on?
I mean, it's not a good news story, obviously, because interest rates are going up, but the market had kind of predicted that this was happening, and you started to see some momentum in the last probably 30 days that another increase was probably on the horizon. So, it was maybe a 50-50 if it was going to happen today. But really what it is that inflation has gone up. So for the first time in 10 months, they've seen the core inflation go up by just a point, or 0.1, but it's at 4.4 now. Really what's fueling that are a few things. We've talked about this in some past videos, but the employment market, the job market has remained extremely tight. So there's inflation in wages, there's not unemployment. That's pushing up inflation. The housing market has ticked up a little bit. So we're seeing that, house prices have gone up a bit. What's brought things down somewhat is fuel costs and that sort of thing have come down. But as a whole, inflation is still a major concern, seeing a slight uptick. The market predicting that this is going to happen. The Bank of Canada was kind of in a situation where if they're saying they're attacking inflation and inflation's going up, they don't really have much choice. So a quarter point increase, obviously not a good news story, but that's where we're at today.
Yeah, you're right. You've seen the energy sector decrease and gasoline prices, etc. Cost of goods have gone down in some areas, but again, underlying inflation is up. Household spending still strong. And again, that's probably due to the job market. And what we're seeing every day in our profession certainly is the shortage of housing being an issue. So supply and demand, right? Supply is down, demand is up. We're seeing prices rebound and come back, and it's kind of ugly out there. Am I wrong?
No, it's again, we've had a couple of goes here with a pause that was maybe looking like the Bank of Canada was going to get what they were wanting. They're still optimistic that they think by the end of the summer they could see inflation down closer to that 3% mark. But you're going to have to see a few things happen to get there. I think the clear message to any consumer right now that has a mortgage, has a line of credit, definitely if you're in a floating rate, we're probably not in, and we've said this already really, but we're not in an environment where you're going to see drastic decreases in rates even if they do come. We've now seen another uptick. Could rates come back down? For sure, but this is going to be a slow decrease when it does happen, because we've seen that a pause and then inflation goes up again. So we're not likely to see a big drop in the prime rate or interest rates in the next 12-18 months. We could see them start to come down, but this is going to be a slow movement. So keep that in mind. You're obviously seeing fixed rates go up as a result of this too. The bond market has kind of rallied in a bit of a crazy way in the last 2 weeks. So it's important that you really stay on top of this stuff, because a lot of people said, by 2024 interest rates are going to be way lower. What way lower means could be 0.5%. That it's not that you're seeing interest rates free fall, and we could see a little bit of another run on them going the wrong way.
Yeah, sadly, we're seeing inflation rise.
Yeah,
and the Government of Canada has stated that they are determined, in fact, resolute is the use they were, to get inflation under control. So right now, increasing interest rates seems to be the only lever that they have.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reality, is the Bank of Canada really only has one lever. They're continuing to tighten their monetary policy, and it's because that's all they can do. We've said this over and over again, but it's not a massive increase, but obviously it's a turn in the wrong direction. So we'll see how things go in the next bit here, and with the next announcement, everything's changing quite radically. So again, if you have any questions on it, we're obviously here to help. Feel free to reach out whenever you can, and we're here to try to guide you through this maze of interest rates.
Thank you very much.